Welcome friends. This video is about how to overcome the stress. I have given the important 8 tips to set free from the stress. Okay. Actually, what is stress? In nowadays, in the modern era, everything has changed. Our life has changed, our attitude changed, customs, relationship, everything have changed. Every human being wishes to live stress free, but they are affected frequently with the stress for any factor. Let's see that what is stress actually. Stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with the mental or emotional pressure. In simple words, we can say this: stress is nothing but the feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can attack at any moment, and you feel if anybody is affecting with the stress, they feel frustrated and angry, sometimes nervous too. Okay, and what about the who are all suffering in it? Who are all suffering? What about the haves and have nots? Whether the rich people are suffering or poor people are suffering, there is no discrimination at all. Haves and have nots, that is, rich and poor, both are suffering with the stress. Rich are suffering with their own problem like over debt, etc. And poor people and all, they are struggling with that lack of financial aid or finance. So both are having the stress, haves and have nots. What about men and women? Yeah, men and women also, they have their own stress. They have the mental pressure and physical pain, etc. So men are suffering with their own style of stress, whereas women also suffering their stress. And what about the young people or the older people? Older only having stress or young people? Both are having stress. Elder people as well as the young people. The younger children, that is most probably the teenage children and all, no, if the pimples and all coming in their faces, they are simply worrying about that. If some of the hairs falling from the head, that's true, they will started to worry. So both are, there is no difference between young and older. Both are suffering, young and older also. What about the consequences after affecting the stress? What about the consequences? I have given some of the consequences, very few consequences. First thing is no hope. That is, at the time of stress, we lost our confidence. So it affects a lot. Without hope, how can we lead our life? No. So if there is no hope, we will be suffering a lot. The second thing is no interest in life. The people who lose their interest, and they are simply feeling about anything and showing their face very sadly, so it disturb others too. So they do not show any interest in any matter. So whenever we are seeing their face, we could not live happily, no. So no interest, they don't have any interest in the life. Then highly depressed. So when they are suffering with the stress, they are highly depressed, keep on thinking the same incident and highly depressed among themselves. Then negative thought, this is very dangerous. Sometimes they may take wrong decisions like suicide, etc. Okay, so these are all the problems, consequences. Stress is not the easy task, it's a very big one. And due to stress, many people they lost their life too. Okay, so how to overcome the stress? There are 8 steps I have given. First step is be brave. That's the important thing, because life is full of stress and more problems, more negative thoughts may affect our life. But do remember, this moment also will change. In Tamil we used to say that இதுவும் கடந்து போகும். So be brave. If you are a courageous person, you can overcome the problem. So face the challenges boldly. You can do it. Another step is be positive always. Everything what we have in our life, it's good, all is well. So be positive always. Don't give any room for negative thoughts. Okay, so be positive and achieve many things. So this is the second step, we can overcome the problem. And third step is believe in yourself. So first of all, be faith in yourself. Believe that you can do it. You are the person, you are having the unique quality. So yeah, you can do it. You just think and target something, and you just march towards, and you can achieve it. Speak boldly, do boldly, you can do it. Another fourth step is motivate yourself. That is self motivation. This is very very important, because all the time nobody will come and motivate you. Okay, so stress may affect at any time, at any cost. So we have to motivate ourselves. Then we used to say that, okay, what's next, come on, I am ready to handle that. So motivate yourself, be courageous, and then you can overcome the problem. And the fifth step is don't allow others to criticize you. Simply the other people will criticize others, no? So if the parents are criticizing, no problem, and your blood related relationships are saying something, no problem. And the third person from outside, if they are criticizing you, please don't allow them, because you just leave that friends, or leave that persons. You can keep the friends with you who are all motivating you always. Okay, then step 6 is don't say it's all my fate. Many people used to say this word fate. Actually think differently. Fate will not decide your life. Your hard work, your attitude can change your fate too. Okay, so at any cost, don't say that word, it's all my fate. You just ignore that. Remove that word from in your life. Then step 7 is prayer. If any problem you are facing, if it is too tragedy, keep praying with God. God will solve it. By this way you can overcome that kind of problem. Then do the good practices. So I have given in the next slide some of the good practices. By doing these things, you can overcome the stress easily. Okay, let's see the last step. The last step is do the good practices in your life. There are some of the practices I have given. First thing is do some mild exercises. Just go for a walk, outing. If you are doing, you can feel some of the things. You can see, you are seeing outside world, and you can forget some of the thing which one stressing your mind and body. So you can come out from the stress. Another thing is do mild yoga, especially the breathing exercises. Breathe in and breathe out. If you are doing that, you can feel some of the thing betterment, somewhat okay. And listen music. If you are listening the music which you like the most, automatically your mind will get some peace. Then enjoy with the natural scenery beauty. So if you are feeling very stressful life you are leading, You just go for hill station and spend at least 1 week over there. And if you are seeing all the green scenery, natural beauty, you can now the stress level automatically will come down. So you can enjoy with the sceneries too. Then eat good food, balanced diet food. It's for your healthy. And sleep at least 6 to 8 hours per day. Then be a strong person. Always face the challenges boldly. Then you can overcome the stress. You just think in front of the mirror, you go and say this word: I am born to win, not to defeat. So you if you are saying the word again and again, you have some courageous, you have some braveness, and you can do boldly, and you can eradicate all the problems, and there is no stress at all. Easily you can overcome the stress. All the very best. Okay, thank you. We will see you in the next video. Thank you.